It's Tuesday, April the 23rd, and these are the charts of the day. Well, a pretty good day on Wall Street, a very good day actually, and lots of stocks were running. Let's take a look at a few of them that broke out and are uptrending. ACB and CGC, two hot marijuana stocks today, had big days as ACB jumped $1.02, 16%, and it traded 9.5 million. This looks like it's right at resistance, so a point punch here gets me to 9 and maybe 11, 11.5. If CGC does the same thing, and you can see it popped, flagged, and now it's breaking out again today. Today popping $1.07 or 13.6%. Your targets now are 11 and a quarter, a half, and then 15. AEYE popped out of a falling wedge or pullback channel, which first tested the channel top and now the bottom. Lateral price support held. It spiked 323 or 27% today. The volume was 284,000. It's a lightly traded stock. Your target now is 19. AGBA now 4 days in a row and exploding off of the stock that was trading under 50 cents. Now trading up to 3 and a quarter at the high today, close to 90. Follow through target might be something like 5, 5.5. ALAR also popped the last couple of days and fell out of a falling wedge, and it's retesting the highs. Resistance now 29.95.30. We get through that, we're looking at mid 30s. Clsk in the crypto world is really one of the stronger ones in that group, and it's has gone from 3 to the mid 20s just in the last few months, but after pulling back on a falling wedge and held support in the trend line, it's now up 5 days in a row. It's at resistance, but the next targets are 25 and 30. CZOO out of a falling wedge exploded today, jumping 376 or 75% on 24 million shares traded, or nearly. Right now, resistance and targets are 12 and 3/4 and 17. FUTU in the Chinese sector, big pop out of a wedge today, and there's still overhead resistance. Your next target is going to be about 65. We get through that, it might be a $70 stock. General Motors in a strong automotive group today. Look at this breakaway gap and rising channel this we've seen since December. Beautiful chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up, and that pullback, but today it's exploded up 209 or 5%. The target now is 50. LFMD in the Health Information Services Group broke out of a consolidation wedge or coil and popped 84 cents or 8%. Line was 1.1 million. Right now, if this trends in the direction it looks like it wants to, it's a $14 stock. Mara in the crypto world as well, after a 3-wave corrective long pullback that held secondary support and snapped back dramatically in the last 5 days, taking it from about 14 to almost 20. 1989, the high today. It was up $1.96 or 11%. Your next target is going to be around that $25 range. NNOX snapping back out of a falling channel and broke out of it, not with a big thrust, but it did trade 880,000 shares, and I think the stock, if it gets through here, this next resistance of 985, we get through that, you're looking at 11, and then maybe 14 again. We put a swing on this today. Oscr, the current swing, has been moving nicely after pulling back for a couple days. It went right back up today and jumped $1.22 to or 7.5%. The February high might be tested here at 18.5. We get through that, looking at 20 and 22.5. Chinese video game manufacturer SE, after consolidating for a couple of months, is breaking back out again, but it does need to get to the March high, which is 63.25. You do that, 67 and 7 there are targets. SMR popped out of a wedge today after a couple of weeks of pulling back very quietly. It popped. Now, it went up 54 cents or 11%. The volume was 4 million. It looks to me like if it does extend, it might make a run at 7.5. And so you went also coming out of a multi-week declining channel with a pop of 52 cents or 14%, trading 44 million shares today. It looks to me like this could extend and test the moving averages around 5.5 and then 6.25. Tandem popped out today. I love the look of this chart. It spiked 324 at 10%. Volume picked up to 2.5 million, the biggest in about 3-4 weeks. I'm now looking for a run at the 37, 38 zone, perhaps 42 after that. And finally, commodity ETF WEAT which you know is obviously a wheat commodity ETF, has had a long decline. It's taken it from 12.75 all the way down to 5. But you can see that the mini base that it developed was broken out. It jumped about 15 cents today, but it was enough to follow through the declining tops on the moving averages. Right now, my follow-through targets are about 585, but more importantly, we need to make a run at 6.25. You get to 615.25, you have a stock that could run into the 6-7 zone. And that's it for tonight, everybody. Have a great evening.